Okay, Unit 5, we're going to start Unit 5 with polygons. Now, polygons basically means a figure that has many sides, right? Poly means many, gon means sides. We talked about the names before. But now we're going to talk about the angles on the inside. And I'm going to start using the word regular. A regular polygon means all the angles on the inside and all the sides are equal. Because I'm going to deal with regular polygons. Now here it says find the interior angle sum for each polygon. So that means if you break it down, interior angle sum. Interior means inside. Angle is basically the measurements of the corners, and sum basically add. So interior angle sum says what happens when you add all the angles on the inside? What do they come out with? Now, the bad thing here is that I don't see numbers, right? It's easy when the numbers are given. I can just add them up. But here we're going to figure it out. The answer, it says round your answer to the nearest tenth if necessary. So if we have decimals, one decimal place. Now, one thing I'm going to play with the polygons here. I'm going to choose one corner. Let me choose this corner. And then from that corner, I'm going to connect it to the other corners, as long as I don't use a side. So I'm thinking of this corner, here, here, and here. Now, interesting is that I created triangles. Let me see. I created 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, when I look at my angles of my triangles, if I was to add all my angles of my triangles, I'm basically adding all the angles of my polygon. See that? Now remember that each triangle, the angles of a triangle, if I was to add all the angles of a triangle, they add up to 180. Now here, I have 6 triangles. So I want to know how much are the angles of 6 triangles. So 6 triangles, I'm going to go 6 times 180. Now 6 times 180 is 1,080. So that's it. All the angles of a triangle add up to 1,080. Now let me show you guys in a different way. There's must be an easier way how to do this. Let me erase this. Let me show you guys a different method. We're gonna do this pretty simple. Let me count how many sides I have. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I have 8 sides. Now, a formula that I'm going to use to be able to find out the angles of a triangle, I can cut it in triangles like I just did right now, but a formula that I'm going to use is going to be n minus 2, n minus 2, n is how many sides we have, n minus 2 times 180. If I break my polygons in triangles, I'm always going to break it into 2 triangles less than the amount of sides. Right? In this example, we had 8 sides and I broke it to 6 triangles. If I count the figure that has 12 sides, I'm going to break it into 10 triangles. It is always 2 less. So I'm just going to count the amount of sides minus 2 times 180. Having that said, let's take a look at question number 2. The amount of sides, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 sides. So for me to find out how much all the angles add up to, I'm going to go 2, right? N minus 2. Remember my formula was n minus 2 and then times 180. So I have 2 times 180. Remember n was 4, 4 minus 2, that's where I got the 2. Now 2 times 180 happens to just be 360. So all the angles, if I was to add them up, it goes 360. Okay, let's take a look at question number 3. Here it says find the measure of one interior angle. So that means just one of these angles. How much is one of them? So find the measure of one interior angle in each regular polygon. Round your answer to the nearest tenth if necessary. All right. It would be nice if I knew how much they all added. So let me find out. Let me figure this out. Let me see how many sides we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 11 sides. So if I wanted to know how much all the angles added up to, I'm just going to go 9 times 180. Remember, there were 11 sides. 11 minus 2, that's where I got the 9. Now, 9 times 180 is equal to 1,620. All of my angles add up to 1,620. Now, here the question is, how much is one of those angles? I have 11 sides, so I have 11 angles. All of them is 1,620. So let me go 1,620 divided by 11, right? How much are all the angles divided by how many angles I have? Now my calculator gives me 147.27272727 and a bunch of 27s. Now remember, it says round your answer to the nearest tenth, so 1 decimal place. I do take a look at the second decimal place. It is big enough. Big enough is 5 or more. So the 7 pushes the previous number up. So my answer should be 147.3. You will be dealing with some decimals. So round your answer to the nearest tenth if necessary. All right, let's take a look at question number 4. I count how many sides I have. There's 4 sides. I remember the formula n minus 2 times 180. That tells me how much all the angles add up to. So I have 2 times 180, which is 360. All of my angles add up to 360. Now, if I want to know how much is just one of them, I'm going to go 360 divided by 4. There's 4 of them. 360 divided by 4 is 90. Each of those angles on the inside is 90. Yeah, it does look like 90, so it makes sense. Now, let's take a look at number 5. Here it says solve for x. Now, here it is not a regular polygon. I see the angles on the inside are different. Some of them are bigger than the others. So let me solve for x. So what I'm going to do, let me add everything. I know adding basically means combine your like terms. So let me combine these. 3x plus 4x plus 1x plus 3x plus 5x plus 2x. I'm combining the x's first. That's going to give me 18x. And then I combine those terms that don't have a letter. So 1 plus 7 plus 1 minus 5 minus 4. That's 0. Okay, I'm not going to write plus 0. I'm just not going to write it. And this is equal to, now I wish I knew how much all the angles added up to. I have 6 angles, right? I count how many angles I have. There's 6 of them. So for me to know how much all of them add up to is 4 times 180. Remember n minus 2, that's where I got the 4. Now 4 times 180 is 720. So I have 18x is equal to 720. All right, to solve for x, let me divide both sides by 18. X equals 40. If I have a decimal, round it to 1 decimal place. All right, not bad. Let's take a look at number 6. Let me add all my x's first. So there's only 1 x. And then let me add all those that don't have an x. So 98 plus 140 plus 112 plus 155 plus 90. Whenever we see that little box that represents 90, so I added those numbers, 98 plus 140 plus 112 plus 155 plus 90. That actually happens to give me 595. This is equal to, I need to figure out how much all my angles add up to. There's 6 corners, there's 6 angles. So for me to find out how much all of them add up to, I'm gonna go 4 times 180. Remember, n minus 2, that's where I got the 4. 4 times 180. So I have x plus 595 equals 720. Solve for x. My plus 595, let me move it over as a minus 595. So I get x equals 125. Easy, right? There you go.